Hello everybody and welcome back. It's 2017 first video of the year. And this time I'm doing something kind of different. I mean it's a whole lot different. It's not just kind of different. It's pretty different. Anyways, it's Geoguesser. For those of you who don't know what that is, essentially you get shown a bunch of pictures, and you get dropped somewhere along Google roads, and essentially what you have to try and do is you have to try and figure out where it is. So right now I've just been dropped in the middle of the road. And of course, cars are on the right side of the lane, which means it's definitely not countries that have that weird sort of British system. And it just looks like a lot of cornfields. Oh, there's a sign here, but this, I've been all over the American, and this is definitely the Americas. So this is either North, Central, or South America. For sure. It might also be. It doesn't look like I'll be able to get that sign. It might be Canada. There's a part in Canada that's extremely flat, and it's just farmland. So I'm gonna. Oh, you know what? I should have looked back at the license plate, of course. But let's see. Let's take a look. There's a sign that's coming up. The roads are pretty shitty, so I don't know where. Okay. This is definitely the U.S. and the reason it's the U.S. is because it says miles per hour. And I think the U.S. is the only country in of the New World, of the Americas, that actually uses miles. I think everybody else uses kilometers. And first of all, of course, it said miles per hour, so it's English. So you literally only have two countries you can pick out of. It's either Canada or the U.S. And obviously, it's not Canada because in Canada we use kilometers. So. Or do we use miles? I mean, I'm venturing to say that roads in Canada are pretty good. So I'm venturing to say that it's a safe bet to say that this is the U.S. Now, what part of the U.S. I have no idea, but I'm gonna venture to say that this is somewhere potentially Iowa or Nebraska. It's somewhere there. So we will put it in between Iowa and Nebraska, and we will now make the guess. Was I wrong? No, I was not that off. As South Dakota, which is amazing. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next one. And what is this? Okay. This is definitely Asia. I mean, I hadn't seen the sign, but just by looking at the massive density and what seems to be a shit ton. Okay, so this is my logic. See, all these buildings here are all made sort of in series, and they're all sort of just blocks of buildings, and everything's just jam-packed, and there's a lot of buildings in the back, but not a whole lot of American-styled skyscrapers. So that, I would say, immediately eliminates Japan, because Japan is quite modern, and it has a lot of skyscrapers, and it's jam-packed, but I don't think. The other thing is, this makes me think that this is China. Communist countries and nations usually tend to build sort of these concrete block housing units like this. It was like that in Russia for a time, and I think that's how they are building now in China as well. And there's also, it's mountainous, and it seems like very lush. Like the climate is quite warm, and just the immense either amount of fog or whatchamacallit, smog is quite staggering. So I'm going to actually make a guess that this is not Shanghai, but Beijing. Which I kind of feel dumb now. Okay, here it is. So I will say that this is Beijing, and that we're in fact overlooking somewhere like here. Like we're in that park. Oh shit! Okay, well, it was Hong Kong. I would have never guessed that. Was it Hong Kong or is it some other? Okay, yeah, I guess it is Hong Kong. I would have never guessed that that's what Hong Kong looks like. Okay, so let's go for the next one. Okay, there's a guy on a monument. Kind of looks like a bit of a toilet monument. Let's go. And okay, let's see here. I can't quite make out that script. Okay, it looks like this is Asia. I'm guessing. It looks tropical. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of this looks like this is some sort of like campgrounds or park or it looks like it's thatched roofs in some places. So this might be like, it's either like a tourist destination or it's some sort of this is like southern Asia for sure. Like it seems like this is the end of the route, and it seems like, so we don't have much to really guess by. So I don't know all that much about Asia, but I'm gonna say that if I guess like somewhere along the borders of Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand, I'll be relatively close. So I'm just, unless it's one of those islands, and then I'm sort of fucked. Okay, not that bad. It was Thailand, so my instincts do serve me quite well. All right, so now we're gonna move, and this is gonna be just the last one. And just from looking at this massive shithole right here, I can tell you that maybe this is the U.S. This might be like Arizona or New Mexico, or it's definitely one of those states that has this massive desert. Because this is... Oh. Is that... Interesting. That does not seem... I mean, it could be a native name. That's the thing. You know, a lot of us, forget. Oh, wait a second. You know what? I just realized that I think we're driving on the wrong side of the road. And the weird name, and the desert. Okay, so I'm taking it back. This could potentially be Australia. I mean, it could be. There's parts in Australia, I'm guessing, that look like this, that have... I know it has deserts and arid climate. And the reason I'm making that guess is because I think people drive on the other side of the road in Australia. My former roommate's going to kill me because I don't remember. But it could be. I mean, that might explain why. But I mean, oh, look at that. We've got some really interesting. But I would have otherwise guessed that this was, unless we're not driving on this side of the road. Are we? No, we're not. What the fuck? I was just going the wrong way on the road. Okay. So it might not. This might not be. This might be the U.S. It's definitely not Canada. Canada does not have any arid areas like this. And I wish we just had like a little bit more road to go by. You know, it could be Mexico as well, but it could actually be a lot of places south of the U.S. as well. But, oh, there we go. We have our final clue right now. So, we will guess what this place is. I am betting that it is in the U.S. Jacksonville. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna go completely on a limb here and say that this is like here. Okay? I'm gonna make the guess. Boom! There you go. South Africa. Awesome. I don't know why I feel suddenly so accomplished. Yeah. So this has been GeoGuesser. And I don't know. I'll try and see what we do with this particular video. But I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit different. I don't think I'm going to be coming back unless I suddenly have like a huge flood of people asking me to enlighten them with my vast knowledge of the world and my pretty damn accurate guessing abilities. So I guess until then, everybody, see you later.